Peeking through that glory hole in the wall. That is Janie Lane and Warren from the Dog Eat Dog release with A Hole in My Wall. And I want to thank our good friend Hairball John for joining us after so many years and coming on and taking our abuse.
I love Hairball, man. He's fun.
Yeah, it's funny because he plays the shocked guest so well when we say something a little off color or a little off the off the wall.
Well, he's not used to the fuck you radio that we do, that's for sure.
Well, I said that at the beginning. I was, so we're going to go bare knuckles here, huh, Neeley, right away.
We definitely are the fuck you show, that's for sure.
Pretty much. I mean, who else is doing that?
No one anymore.
Not anymore.
No, just us. Honestly, that's why we have I truly believe that's why we're gaining listeners every week. You know, because people miss that fucking shock jock radio.
Yeah.
You can't do it with advertisers with this pussified world that we're in, but you know, we can do it for free and not give two fucks. You know, and nobody can stop us, really. Who's going to stop us?
Nobody that I know of, unless, of course, Comcast pulls my feed because they disagree with what we say. We're gonna deperson you because you said stuff we don't like.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah. Just ask Alex Jones what that's like.
Yeah, well, I'll still upload it from the library or something. Me and you will find a way to record it, and then we'll upload it from the library.
Yeah. How have you followed Alex recently? I mean, I have not, so I don't know anything about what. I know he's out there still doing his whole thing, but how does he do it? Where do you hear it? How does he broadcast? You know, do you know any of that?
I know he still does his show, and I see it. I mean, I see it posted all the time on Gab. You know, he's got a big Gab presence, and I know he uses Gab, and I think he uses Minds. But you know, I mean, he took a big hit. He's probably just letting that hit ride until he gets his lawsuit together, and then sues the fuck out of these fucking cum guzzling fuck faces.
Hail and Kill caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, what's up, Poon Hounds? Lou from the Lou.
Hey, Lou, what's on your mind tonight?
Oh, man, you guys kind of start the show off on the right note, hating on them fucking Muslims. God damn it, I hate them fucking Muslims. Fucking cowhead saying niggers, camel-raping motherfuckers. Man, I was in Target the other day, and I'm like pushing my cart full of stuff, and I go turn the corner, and there's this motherfucking, I don't know what the fuck was underneath all this shit, but it was just, I guess it was a woman, and the only thing there was two little slits for her eyes, and that's all you can fucking see. That's all you can see. It's like, this is fucking America. What the fuck is this doing in fucking America? Take that fucking shit off. As far as I know, she could have had a whole goddamn bodysuit of fucking bombs strapped to her. You know? You'd be in the frozen food section of Target and hear, then boom. God damn it. Why do we allow that shit in this country, man?
Now, are you sure she wasn't a beekeeper?
I'm positive. I'm pretty freaking positive she wasn't a beekeeper. Wasn't any honey in that fucking shopping cart.
Well, I mean, obviously, since the tenor of your vocal has raised up 17 octaves about this truly upset you, Lou.
Well, it can't help but spook you a little bit. You ain't used to seeing that kind of thing in America. Women dress like that. I mean, just Jesus Christ! It's like Halloween's still 3 weeks away. Take that shit off.
Well,
nothing prepares you for that.
Well, what surprises me, Lou, is that you go to Target pushing a cart around.
Well, I ain't gonna carry a basket. You know, I ain't one of those. I ain't got a man bun, and I'm not gonna carry a little basket around like, you know, Fruit Loop Meta faggot males. You know, I had tons of water and, you know, 24-pack of water, 5 jugs, Gatorade. I work outdoors, so.
Have them bring it to you. They'll deliver. Well, I don't know if Target does, but I know Wally Mart does.
Yeah, but then you got a Walmart person coming to your house, and you know where they know where you live.
No, you don't.
I mean,
you meet them at the door. You say, "Here, give me that shit."
You just drive up and they bring it out and put it in your car for you there, Lou.
No, Neely, that's the old way.
Oh, that's the old way.
Now they bring it to your house.
Wow. Okay.
You can go and pick it up, but that's way too many miles on my car. 3 miles away. Don't bring it to me now.
I'm surprised after listening to the show as much as you do, Lou, and as big of fans as you are of Chris and I, that you still actually go to the store and push a cart around.
Yeah.
Well, I don't try to do it often. If I do go, I usually like to go to a place that's open 24 hours. You can go at night, and when there's hardly anyone there. But then again, you ever been to a Walmart past after 12 o'clock a.m.? Jesus Christ.
What happens there, Lou? Because I don't venture out after that time of the night. What happens there after 12 at Walmart?
Oh, it's like The Walking Dead in there.
I live vicariously through your experiences, Lou, because I certainly don't participate, and I know for sure Chris does not participate.
Well, you got a good thing going there.
I thought you were one of us, Lou. I'm starting to doubt your loyalty.
I'm less and less. I'm like, I'm going out, but sometimes you just got to. You have to go out. But I may try that delivering shit to your door. But Chris was saying he wouldn't want one of those dine and dash people, whatever the fuck they call them, bringing stuff to your door. What's the difference between them and a Walmart person? Person working at Walmart coming down.
Dude, what's the difference between the guy that's inside the store fucking with your fruit and vegetables and meat anyway? Who says he's not fucking rubbing his dick on your steak before he wraps it in plastic and sticks it on the shelf?
Well, hey, true. You're rolling the dice. I mean, yeah. It's not like it's you delivering a ham or anything like that.
Well, don't say that because Chris will fuck it.
Yeah, damn
That's
right.
That's what I meant.
The truth is, anytime, unless you're slaughtering a pig and bringing it home, you're taking the risk of somebody fucking with your food. It just is what it is. There's certain risks that you have to take in life, and one of them is that somebody's going to fuck with your food.
Well, in high school, I did work in a Pizza Hut, and I did fuck with people's shit. That pissed me off.
Fuck yeah, I did too when I worked at Domino's. We used to open the boxes. We had a rack, and the top shelf of the rack was up close to the lights. It was those big hanging lights, and we used to open the pizza box for the houses that didn't deliver. We'd stick them on the top, and then we'd rattle the fucking lights so all the dust would come down on the pizza. So it would just be disgusting, so that the people that didn't tip wouldn't keep ordering. They'd go somewhere else with their fucking business.
Oh, I worked at a Pizza Hut when they still had sit-down restaurants, and if somebody was being a dick, a waitress go, pour him a soda, and it's like, give me that. You take it to the bag, you stick your ball sack in it, or stick your dick in it, and then, she takes it out, or, you rub your dick around the rim of the cup or something. I mean, it's kind of shit we would do.
Man. Well, Lou, aside from fouling everybody's food, what's going on the pussy front? You banging anything new?
No, I'm not. I was kind of debating tonight if I want to go out to the local trough and pick me up a hog or not, but
You'd rather listen to us.
Yeah, it ain't worth the trouble some nights.
Some nights?
Getting back from the hockey game anyway. As much as you guys hate October, it is the best month for sports. Start of the NHL season. You got the college football, baseball playoffs. Got that going for you.
Lou, I'm gonna tell you something that's probably gonna surprise you. I am trying. Right. I'm trying, and I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be successful at it, but I'm trying to get into the NHL this year. I have a buddy that shared with me his whatever it's called, the NHL package where you get all the games. Yeah. And I watched. I don't even know what city they're from. Yesterday I watched the Golden Knights versus the Vegas. Sharks, I think.
Las Vegas versus San Jose. That's a big rivalry too.
Who is the Golden Knights?
Las Vegas.
Okay. I watched them yesterday. and it's still a tough watch on TV, but the camera work is definitely the HD cameras make it a little easier to follow the puck, but it's just hard to watch on TV. I think you kind of have to be there, don't you?
Yes, you do. It is the one sport. It's like the complete opposite of football. Football is like the perfect made-for-TV sport.
Right.
And I don't know why anyone would want to go to a football game live when they can watch it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
The NHL, hockey is totally different. You have to be there in person because so much stuff happens away from the puck that you can't see on TV that you're missing almost 3/4 of the action when you watch it on TV. Now they're getting a little bit better, but it'll never replicate the being there in person. It's the one sport that you really do have to be there in person. Unlike football, it's there's just something about waking up and watching football from sun up to sundown on your couch. It's like you couldn't make me go to a game in person for football anymore.
Explain this to me, Lou, because I'm going to be perfectly honest here. I don't understand all the rules of hockey. I've never played it. I've been to a couple minor league games, but I'll be honest, all I was doing was being there because it was a reason to drink. So I didn't pay that much attention to what was going on. How come sometimes they can hit the puck from one end of the floor or the ice all the way to the other end, and it's fine? But then other times they can't, and they call not a penalty,
icing.
but icing. Or
Icing.
Yeah.
They can do it on a pop. If you're on a penalty kill, you're a man short. You can clear the puck down the ice. When you're full strength, you can't shoot the puck all the way down the ice. You can't cross both red lines when you're at full strength. But when you're on the penalty kill, you're allowed to clear the puck from your own ends.
Because I was watching it yesterday, and admittedly, it's that hockey. And Neeley, I don't know if you know this or not, if you've ever watched hockey.
I have watched hockey.
It's
I'm
fucking
you're not a
so.
Penguins
You've
fan,
been to
Neeley.
hockey games. It's so fucking fast that shit is changing. People
And the
are
players
jumping
are
on
white.
Yeah, they fight, but what I'm saying is they're flying around. There's people jumping off the ice. There's other guys jumping on the ice and hitting somebody in the mouth with their elbow and shit. I love the violence. I just don't fully understand. Like sometimes there's like guys that are close to the goal and they call a penalty and they don't seem to have done anything, and then there's other times that they don't call a penalty when they knock the fucking goalie over, and I don't fully understand it yet, but I love the violence of it. I do love that.
It's like football. In football, you could call a penalty on every play if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
You could call holding on the offensive line, defensive line, on any play on a football game. Same with hockey. You could call tons of penalties. It's just the obvious ones, the ones that are so out front that they call.
Right.
So
I'm gonna watch it. I've got the subscription for the year. I don't know who I'm not gonna root for anybody. I'm not gonna say, well, I'm a Blue Jackets fan or whatever now because they live close. I'm not gonna root for anybody until I understand the game. I don't think it's smart to say, well, they're within 100 miles of me, so they're my team now. But I'm trying to understand it, and I watched, like I said, I watched that game yesterday. It was the Golden Knights against the Sharks,
San Jose Sharks.
And it was entertaining. I couldn't tell you who won, but it was entertaining.
And to answer your question there, Lou, I'm not a diehard hockey fan, but I have watched games when it was really exciting for the Penguins when they had Jaromir Jagr and Mario Lemieux playing at the same time. That was pretty good hockey at that time.
Well, you got Sidney Crosby and Evander Malkin. You guys had a second Stanley Cup run there. Last team to win back-to-back Stanley Cups. So, but now you're in Chicago and you root for those faggot Blackhawks.
I don't root for anybody. I don't really give a shit one way or the other.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's a great sport. The only issue that sports facing right now is you got this fag generation, a bunch of fags that want to take the violence out of the sport. They don't understand that. I mean, in hockey, they had what they called the goon, and his only reason the goon was on the team was to go out and if somebody was fucking with your star player, like if you had Wayne Gretzky and somebody was fucking with him, you sent the goon out to kick his ass. Well, the goon's been pretty much eliminated now because we can't have fighting in hockey. We can't do that. No, the kids. What about the kids? A bunch of goddamn faggots ought to go watch fucking soccer or something. But I mean, that's the only problem. They don't understand it. You gotta let the players police the game themselves. If somebody knows that if I fuck with Sidney Crosby, so and so is gonna roll out in the ice and beat my fucking ass, they're gonna think twice about fucking with Sidney Crosby or any other star player. They know they got a fucking ass kicking coming. And that's my only knock on the game. They need to lead the fighting in. It serves a purpose. It keeps the game clean for the most part. Because, like I said, guys are going to think twice about taking a cheap shot at somebody if they know they're going to get their fucking teeth knocked out. But, we got to think about the children. Kids watch this.
Well, my hat's off to you, Lou. You love the game. You love it.
I love it. I mentioned most of the players are white.
Jesus.
All right.
That's why I can't believe you don't like it, Neely.
Well, I do. I catch an occasional game. I'm not a hardcore. I'm a casual fan. I'll bring it up and I'll watch one every now and again. It's not a pastime for me, but, I have watched some hockey. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do. I have enjoyed what I have seen.
Well, that's good. That's good. And my manager is coming over to tap me on the shoulder. But Chris, you got any questions? You need any lessons? I'll be more than happy to answer any deals. There is a great book for beginners, new fans called "Take Your Eye Off the Puck" that really breaks down a game and breaks down what's happening and explains different rules and so forth. So, I mean, it's not like you don't have enough shit going on in your life and you fucking hate reading books, but, I'm just putting that out there. But anyway, hail and kill, fuck you, pal, and fuck them goddamn fucking Muslims. Trump, get their fucking asses the fuck out of here. Bye.
We've had enough of you weak, sunken chest, slope shoulder, sad-eyed, bitch-ass beta males. Fuck you all. If your beanie is pulled back to here and you got a man bun under it, fuck you.
Easy, Jericho.
That is one of the best Jericho lines ever.
Take it easy, Jericho. Jesus.
We gotta have Jericho do a video thing with us. I could set that up if we can do that. And then I thought we were gonna do something with Razor Fist.
We've got 3 that are on the books ready to go, and this is me. My week was stupid busy this week, and yours was too. I don't think did I talk to you? Maybe once?
Things have been crazy, but if we could schedule something with any one of these guys and do something special for the CMS TV fans.
Yeah, we're going to, because we're going to have Jericho on. We're going to have Razor Fist on, and Scott Dietschy reached out to me. We're gonna do something. I'm not sure if we're gonna do it in October or November. I got to reach back to him. So Scott, if you're listening, think about this. He wants to do, and I love the premise of this, and I think we might do this. What we might do is he wants to talk about the new movie, The Irishman, that's coming out.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to actually seeing that, even though De Niro has been a real douche lately.
Ever. He's not going to pretend that he's himself, so he'll probably be okay to watch. So, but that's on Netflix, right?
I think so.
What I'm thinking that we might do, maybe, is do an actual live watch party.
Okay.
For it, where we all say go at the same time and we start watching it, and then we pause like every 15 minutes and kind of talk through
comment
what we're watching. Yeah.
All right.
That might be good.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Something different. But Dici reached out to me today and I was like, dude, what are we doing? Because I told him like 2 months ago that, yeah, let's do something. And then I, of course, dropped the ball because I've been busy with life and life. And
man, what a faggot.
I know. How dare I how dare I work 115 hours this week or whatever it was. Jesus. But yeah, we're going to definitely do something with Scott Dici here shortly, as well as Razor Fist, as well as Jericho. So things are coming.
Cool. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, it's your local low-paid sportscaster in Baton Rouge. I can't talk hockey with you tonight like that last guy.
Well, you're worthless. You're worthless. Don't even bother dialing our number if you can't talk hockey when Lou just came on. You pale in comparison.
Neeley, your problem with De Niro wouldn't have anything to do with Donald Trump, right?
Well, this guy just spouts a bunch of bullshit, and it's just like, you're an actor, dude. Why are you even talking? Shut up. Just read your script and act good.
I seem to remember he used to be like a quiet guy. He wouldn't talk much. He was really shy, but lately he's just kind of, I don't know, as he's gotten older, he's kind of a little more unhinged.
I agree.
But, Neeley, I've been doing some thinking. I've been listening to the way you deliver the news, like how you read news stories and stuff, and as someone who's worked in TV and radio and stuff, I would love to see you, like, not holding a microphone, doing a stand-up out in the field, but I'd love to see you, like, on the desk reading stories, because I like the emphasis you put on certain words. Like you say, the lady at the concert was shocked and outraged. You raise your voice up at those, the man who read the review was appalled and disgusted. I like that.
Well, I always let Chris fill in the Facebook part. She posted it out on Chris?
Facebook?
The Twitter. Yeah.
Well, those words that I emphasize have been so overplayed, which is the reason why I do that, because it's funny. And, you're not the first person to actually mention that, because people get a kick out of that when I go, they were shocked and outraged and they were flabbergasted and they posted their thoughts on
Twitter. I think it's perfect. It's hilarious. You know it's coming, but you want to hear it. So
of course, because we're so vapid as a society these days. Everybody's so upset about everything today.
Yep.
Yeah. They're really not. They go to bed and then they forget it, but they just want a little, want a few likes and mentions on Twitter and Facebook. Need a little attention. So, another thing real quick, I know it's been like 3 or 4 weeks, but since the passing of Eddie Money, I can't help but to think of the 12-year-old girl who had her big opportunity to interview Eddie on that occasion, and I'm just wondering when she becomes like 20 or something and listens to that back, is she going to say, where was the adult to step in and like cut this off or correct this guy?
That was an all-time classic. I know that's one of Chris's favorite segments, and that's one of mine. I have played that one a lot. Listening back, and obviously both Chris and I have, we're the ones who put that out there, but I listen back to that and laugh my fucking ass off. That's hysterical.
It's really funny.
I've listened to it 5 or 10 times. Like a song like Take Me Home Tonight. I mean, who wouldn't want to take somebody home tonight?
That is everything he says is just so inappropriate. Yeah, well, my daughter, she got a DWI and she's a drunk and she's fat.
And she lives with her boyfriend and they're on and off and she's just a loser and,
It's hysterical to listen to it, and then the interaction you guys gave, like, Neeley is like, holy smokes, why is he putting that out there? Why is he airing that out?
You know what my favorite part, though, is of that whole segment, and not that we want to dissect old segments, but my favorite part is I'd say about 7-8 minutes in when we start, and Neely's like, this isn't so bad. And I'm like, just wait, just wait. And as soon as it goes bad, Neely's like, unbelievable.
Well, before I let you go, on a serious note, is Eddie Van Halen sick? Are we hearing that there's been rumors going around and that he's not doing well. Have you guys heard anything or know anything about that?
I personally don't know anything outside of what David Lee Roth said this week about Van Halen being finished. But, it's very clear that Eddie has had his troubles up and down with substance abuse, alcohol, whatever it is. And it's absolutely true, because if you read the substance of the article about, what David Lee Roth said about Van Halen, Van Halen brothers, nobody's seen Eddie or Alex out in public in the last 4 to 5 years. I mean, nobody's talked about them. Nobody said, hey, I saw Eddie out at some awards show or something like that. You haven't seen or heard a thing about either one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of in their nature to go black. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The only thing that I've seen is probably the same thing you saw, was that Steve Lukather said that he's going through some really bad health issue. I think the cancer's back and he'll be dead soon, but that's 100% a guess. I don't know that, but he's had it before. He lost a chunk of his tongue, and now it would shock me none if they say, well, he's back and he was quiet about it and he just died. That would not shock me at all. And, the cryptic way Roth kind of said it, the fact that there's been no touring, and I know for a fact that I know for an absolute fact that there was a tour booked, not just talked about, but booked. And then it didn't happen. That was like 2-3 years ago, whatever it was. And I know that it was booked because I know somebody on the crew that was hired to be on the crew. And so I know that they were that far along, and then something changed that.
And then then James went into rehab, and they had to... Oh, wait a minute. That's a different band.
It's a different band whose fans you pissed off, Neely. But yeah, something's up, and I don't know what. And I hope it ain't true. Obviously I'd like to hear some more Eddie Van Halen music of some sort, but yeah, if I was a betting man, I'd be doubling down on put a fork in him. He's done.
Yeah, I think the funny thing is that Sammy, the oldest, I think he's going to outlive all of them, probably. He's going to be 72, I think, this month. But Chris, would you say that in the first 20 years of Van Halen's history, that they basically could do no wrong, even when they had the most adversity they ever faced, when Rolf walks away, whether you like Sammy or you don't like him, they go on to all these hit songs, albums, big tours and everything. And then I guess since they fired Sammy in 95 or 96, the next 20 years, has a band not been able to do anything right over the next 20 years of their career?
It's hard to say not been able to do anything right. I mean, the tour may have sucked because of Roth being such a shitbag, but I mean, they made hell money doing it. I mean, they.
Oh yeah.
I think the problem, I think overall Van Halen was. This is going to sound weird because I love their music, but I think they were always a touch overrated, and they were blasted up into changed the world, when they came out, when really, I mean, Eddie may have changed how people play guitar, but I don't think musically, I mean, even listening to that first Van Halen record, it's a great record, and it's one of my favorite records, but I don't think it's that drastically different from a lot of other stuff that was out there at the time. It was good, it was better than everything that was out at the time, but it wasn't reinventing the wheel. And I think because Eddie was so talented that they just took that higher thing, and I think they believed their own press. I think Eddie got to the point where he believed that he could do no wrong, and and then started acting like a rock star instead of acting, appropriately and continuing to work. And again, I'm not trying to say Sammy better than anybody, but if you look at Sammy does not need to be out there playing shows. The guy's got $500 million, if not more now. He has more money than anybody else, but he still keeps it humble. He's still hungry. He's still trying to create. When he creates new music, whether it was Chickenfoot or whether it's his, Sammy in the Circle or whatever, he's still putting forth effort. He's not just shitting out records. He's not staying hidden ever. He's out there trying to be in TV. He's out there trying to, continually move the product of Sammy Hagar forward. I think Eddie Van Halen thinks that he's a god because he was told he was a god forever, and he lives like a god. He just disappears and just knows that, well, whenever I come back, the people will be there for me. And there's truth to that on some level, but I think it has definitely hurt the brand that is Van Halen greatly.
Well, I think what Sammy said is totally true. Eddie is not a leader. He's the most talented in that band that's ever been in the band, but when he's got to be the leader and call the shots, and he's just terrible at it. I mean, they don't do anything. So anyway, I've taken up enough of your time, but Hail and Kill, I can't say any of that other stuff because I have a real job in TV, and I might get fired if the tape gets back to my bosses.
Right.
So. Have a good night. Thank you.
See ya. He's got a real job in media.
Yeah, so he can't say nothing bad.
Yeah, he can't be using bad words.
He can't say "fuck you, pal."
No, so we'll say it for him. Fuck you, pal. Hand job.
Frick you, pal.
Yeah, freak you.
RH Metal.
RH Metal.
Pal.
Yeah, I'm a Bible believer, but I love my rock and roll.
What gas station you think he works at now?
Too funny. Too
Nice.
funny.